Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Green Leader, and today we're continuing on with some Dragon Age Origins, working on trying to recruit the Elves. So last night we finished up the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest line. We were able to save Arleman, and we got a plan moving forward to actually take out Terran Loghain and to try and unify the entirety of the Ferelden against the Blight. And yeah, so today we're going to be continuing with the story. We're going to be working on recruiting some of the other groups before we actually go and execute that plan of trying to unite Ferelden again. And that's what we'll be doing. That's the plan. We don't have a lot else set up for the night, so I hope you guys are all having a fine Tuesday evening. It's a Tuesday evening, that is correct. Yeah, it is. It's a Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I mean, just the number of times that happens to me where I just lose track of what day of the week it actually is. It's just kind of ridiculous. But it's Tuesday, so I'm happy. It's better than a Monday. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that much. So, okay. Let's quickly get in here. Resume loading the game. And let's go ahead and get going. Okay, we are in. And I will make sure not to forget, because I did this when I was playing on Tarkov. Let's switch over to this screen so at least you don't have to have my ugly mug taking up the majority of the screen. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see that. So, okay. So we've just spoken to Arleman in the story. We just got our plan set up, as I said. And we're essentially going to be putting Alistair on the throne, because he is the illegitimate son of the Blast King, the half-brother of the king who just died. And so the idea is that we're going to get Alistair to essentially take his rightful place on the throne, whether he likes it or not. So, just unfortunately, he's the only option we've got. Unless he wants to have to deal with outright civil war right before the whole Blight happens, which will pretty much leave us defenseless. So let's see if we can't get Alistair to go along with the plan. Let's quickly talk to him.
What do you need?
I would like to ask you something.
Ask away.
What? Really, he's got nothing to say right now. He just got news, essentially got told that we're going to put him on the throne, and he's got nothing to say about it right now. Okay, never mind. Not going to ask you anything. Let's quickly speak to Isolde.
My husband lives thanks to you.
You're
I
welcome.
am grateful.
You are welcome. On my inventory. I was supposed to have gotten something. That's why I've got 71 of 70. What did he get? Ah, that's what he gave me. A kite shield. The Red Cliff Elite shield. I know who I'm giving this to immediately. Is Alistair. And he can even wear it right now. Yes. Yes, sir. You're the one wearing it. So, there you go. It's really meant for mage. That's right. I was going to give that to what's her name? Morrigan, if she doesn't already have one. Okay, let's talk to Arleman.
We are still not yet ready to call the Landsmeet Grey Warden.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pursue your treaties and return with new allies, if you are at all able to.
That's what I'm working on.
You have restored Eamon. I
Indeed.
am most grateful. It's up to him what happens next.
Agreed.
If
Okay.
anyone can force an end to the civil war, he can.
Sounds good. In which case, is there anybody else that I can talk to? I can talk to Sir Perth.
The Elves' recovery is a boon to the nation. We all
Anything
owe
you
you
really
a
say?
great debt.
Indeed. Hello.
Oh, there's so much to be cleaned up. I don't want to even think.
I'm actually very glad that they didn't, like, throw a hissy fit that I already had like a full inventory, because that would have been quite obnoxious, to say the least. So I'm gonna go ahead and from here travel back out to the castle. We'll
You'll be fighting for your lives.
Indeed. So we're gonna go back to the castle, drop off a bunch of stuff that we don't need. Try and see if we can't craft some half-decent potions. And we'll go from there. And because we're going back to the Elves, I'm gonna have... what's his name? So I'm gonna swap out Liliana for... gosh, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, I've really forgotten the guy's name. I can't think of it. The assassin guy that we got to join us. So, party storage chest, party inventory, face edge. Okay, and we go to here again. I'm just gonna drop off pretty much everything that's, you know. Here's what I am going to do. Here's what I am going to do, okay? I'm going to go ahead and... everything that's yellow or green will essentially be pulled out. Anything that's more gray or orange will be put back in. So we're just going to put that in. There we go. Pull out the green stuff. Go. And there we go. Those there. These in here, and we'll pull out a whole bunch of stuff to do a little bit of crafting in a bit. I'm gonna put on all these rooms and whatnot, as well as the gifts. At some point before the end of the game, I'm going to start handing out gifts to everybody to try and get the why is my brain just not functioning correctly? Try and get their affinity for me up as high as I possibly can before the end of the game. But we're not going to quite work on that yet. But that will pretty much be the plan. And then we're going to take it from there. I do want to go to you and say...
What can I do for you, Warden?
Oh, I would like to see your wares.
Certainly.
Thank you. Now, he doesn't have any armor or weapons, but he does have some of this stuff. And he's got some... Wow, he actually has not gotten restocked with anything, which kind of sucks. However, like a freeze trap, acid flask, things like that, that's actually kind of useful. Recipe. Trap plans, recipes. All that good stuff. Contractor, agent. Back to you. Bit. A whole bunch of runes and whatnot. Nice. And there we go. Thank you very much. Now, let's see what I can give to who. In fact, you know what? It might actually be best if I take, like... Okay, actually, here's what I will do. I'll take the orange stuff as well. Because it is technically better. Okay. I'll take orange, 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 and orange. Go. And I'll take these two as well, just because I know I'm going to give that to Morgan. Okay. So we got everything I need here of, like, all the weapons and whatnot. We're going to go out, and we're going to go and head to the campsite. And, spend a little time doing some of the interactivity between all the characters and whatnot. And, see if we can't try and get their affinity up a little bit as well. Get a little bit of lore in. Hey, Max. He bounces around you, barking excitedly. We'll pet Max. You're just a good boy. Okay. Let's first talk to Alistair.
What do you need?
Do you really have nothing else to say about what just happened? I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
I don't think I've asked him this yet. I may have before, but I'm going to ask him again. So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Aha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
Nice. And what skills might those be?
Well, it wasn't an easy life, you know. I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Do you think this is better than being a Templar?
Oh, I suppose the Chantry life is good enough for some. Here, we have the chance to fight against the Blight. To actually do some good instead of sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
I'm sorry. Actually, no, we'll do this. He was a good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
At least he didn't hate that interaction. I'll take that. I will gladly take that. Okay. I don't think we've actually ever talked to Zebrin, so let's actually go talk to him.
Here I am.
Right. Care to ask some questions? Sorry, answer some questions.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
So, what does it take to be an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
So you have to be a murderer?
Now, it need not be thought of so crudely. We all do our share of murdering around here, don't we? An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
True. Sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Of course. What? You what? Why? Why did you disapprove? I demand answers.
Here I am.
Right. Can you teach others to be an assassin?
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the Crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see.
Understandable. Very well, I respect your word.
If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The Crows are already angry at me, yes?
That's
Who
true.
knows?
Hey, there we go. Didn't quite counteract the disapproval, but hey, I got a little plus there.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Should be. So, then why did you leave the crows exactly?
Well, now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
You didn't choose to join the crows.
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
So you had a hard No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to antagonize him. We're not antagonizing here. So that sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. It gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Right. I think I understand. Kind of similar to actually what Durin's life was before he was exiled.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Of course. I'm happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Oh, he approved of that. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Here I am.
I'd like to care to answer some other questions.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Tell me a little bit about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Mediterranean climate. You don't like Ferelden?
It is fine enough with its dogs and its mud. The people are spirited, even if they can't tell the difference between an assassin and a mere killer. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I'm from Orzammar, of course.
Ah, yes. The city of lava and stone. It too is beautiful, in its way. Sad that it will never see sunlight or smell the salt of the ocean, however. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Now that is odd.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Yeah. Your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
You need to make the most of where you are.
Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Sorry, Zevran. I was just curious. Let's see if there are any other questions. I want to discuss something personal with you.
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
I want you to leave. That's the personal thing? Okay, no. You are fine. Never mind. Okay, so we've talked to Zevran. We've talked to Alistair. Let's go talk to Wynne.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster that you could become is unsettling, isn't it?
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity. Their humanity.
Hey, Nunu, how's it going, man? I'm doing pretty well. Just hanging out. We were able to finish off that Urn of Sacred Ashes quest last night, so I'm glad that's done. I'm just doing a bit of a catch up with the party members and try and make them not pissed at me for any reason. So at least that way, when we go into battles, I think generally when their affinity is higher, they work a little better. I don't know. But usually with these games, just like the Mass Effect games, like the higher affinity you have with your party members, you generally have better outcomes at the end of the game. So, but yeah, I'm doing pretty well. How's your day going, Nunu? What you been up to, man? If one retains one's humanity, one's not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
And she approved of that, too.
Is there something you need?
So why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I am glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get.
Yeah.
I will see this through to the bitter
There are just
end,
2 of us, aren't
and
there?
after that, If I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I'm sure you'll be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps. Is there something you need?
Playing Tarkov today. I did not actually, no. Normally, I don't really have a lot of time to game before the stream, which is a little unfortunate sometimes. But no. No Tarkov before the stream. Why do you ask? I'd like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Yeah. He was lucky. I would have done much worse to him.
And you would have seen yourself trussed up like a festival turkey and paraded about the square for it. Village folk have little love for witches like us. Thankfully, all I had to endure was a few nights locked in a cold barn with a bowl of water and a crust of bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
Were the Templars mean to you?
One of them ignored me, but the other was kind to me. He gave me sweets and even sat me on his shoulders once when I wanted to look over a high wall that ran along the road. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
Interesting. It's a nice story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
What was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
At least you learned the dangers of magic from the circle?
Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
Well, there's nothing else I want to discuss right now. Thank you. There we go. So, got some approval there. Turning coins for the Arl Eamon's Knights. Give 2 sovereigns. I'm sure that does something.
You'll have the best equipped force since, well, ever.
I'm sure that does something to, like, improve the game, or to improve, like, end game situations or whatnot. So, like, it's normally you want to have to go in and, you know, drop stuff off places like that, particularly in these games, so.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen.
Right, and you were there with me. How could something so mundane have power?
Maybe it is belief and faith that imbues them with their power, or just maybe Andraste really was blessed by him. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
Andraste fought for everyone. She belongs to us all.
Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of. Yes?
I would like to talk.
Well, here I am.
You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have any tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Now, we've done the Darkspawn. I think we've done Levine. Did you tell me about the Darkspawn? I don't think she has told me about the Darkspawn. Because I think he would have... I think the option would be again at the end, like you see with Levine and Flemeth. Well, tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinter Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
There was another story I'd like to hear.
Which one?
Can you tell me anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the Elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the Elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the Elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the Elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The Elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
It didn't last.
The Elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war.
Yep.
The chantry says the Elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the Elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
So what do you know about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
Interesting. Then how did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties
kinda know
of
this
men
already.
that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
The Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it?
The Tevinter chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hysarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure.
Well, we kind of do, because we went to her temple, and there was the gauntlet, and you had these spirits essentially there, saying their piece, and he sounded pretty much like what she described, so... Right, let's just move on. Okay. She always likes telling stories. Let's talk to Sten.
Yes.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
What do you mean your mages are beasts?
I misspoke. They are not beasts. Beasts learn eventually.
Oh. Well, that's hardly fair, Sten. Well, let's see this. What's so terrible about magic?
Mages? Is there some reason you insist upon discussing this?
I'm just trying to figure you out.
I applaud your attempt to pursue knowledge, irritating as it may be.
Thank you.
Can we move on?
All right. I do have another question, though.
Very well.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I do have a question?
I am hardly surprised.
What were you quoting earlier?
The Kyun, the path to wisdom. I am not surprised you don't recognize it.
What is the Kyun exactly?
Ask a Tamasran. They know how to explain things to children. It is not for me to teach the Kyun.
Okay. Let's go.
As you wish.
Hey, wow. That plus 11 from Sten. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll take that. Thank you very much. I think he's the guy who's been most, like, negative this whole time. Still kind of low. She's there. Morgan's there, about on par with Liliana. Sten is there. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably go through and actually make sure that everybody gets leveled up. Morgan's ready. She's got 2 levels, essentially. Single power on magic, so we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we'll put 2 into something else. 1 into dexterity, and... 1 into constitution. We have 1 skill that we can use. think we'll do survival, actually. Now I've got 2 skills here. Arcane Shield, which I think would be kind of worthwhile. And then there... Let's see what other options we have here. She seems to be largely entropy and primal. Wow, he can be a lot of things here. I'm gonna put 5 into there, and then 2 into willpower. I'll put 3 into willpower, 1 into dexterity. And then I think I will put 1 into... No, I'm gonna put in improved combat tactics. And now I've got 3 talent skills here. I'm gonna do 2-handed because that's what he's focusing on. Got 1 there. Still 2 left. What is this one? Passive. Stunning blows. The character's fondness for massive 2-handed weapons means that each attack offers a chance to stun the opponent to the sheer weight of the blow. Oh yes, that's actually pretty cool. 2-handed sweep. There we go. Okay, so that was Sten. And Zevran. So he just had 1 level. So he looks to be largely Dex, so we'll give him another 2 in there, and then we'll give him 1 willpower as well, because that's always good. He's a master poison maker, so that's cool. Do combat tactics, maybe? I think that's easiest. And then the assassin and rogue seems to be like the... Oh, and dual weapon as well. Only have 1. Dirty fighting, deft hands. All rogues have some understanding of the opening of locks, but in particular, dexterous hands and steady grip give the character a bonus when picking locks or disarming traps. Character's cunning also contributes to these skills. And I want for something along the lines of combat or assassinating and whatnot, which I think we shall work on the... We'll do the dual weapon sweep, or we could do Punisher. Let's do Punisher. We'll do Punisher. Then of course Max has a level up as well. Okay, let's do 3 into willpower. We'll do 3 and 2 into strength, 2 into dex, and we'll put another 2 into constitution. There we go. He's only got 1 talent though. There we go. Okay. There's the Jarl of Redcliffe is done. Gathering your army. Use the Great One. Army has been revived. Plans to call the moon. In the meantime, you scatter the other allies. Okay, so this one is gain Orzamar's aid in the battle, or gain the cooperation of the Dalish. That'll be the one that we're going to be working on. Okay. Cool. Let's go quickly. We'll quickly talk to... You know, actually, we're going to quickly talk to this guy first. Hello.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Cheese knife. Well, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods, my...
Aye, aye, aye. Ooh, fancy. Here's what I would like. I would like some potions, please. You have 3 of those. And 6 of those. And 2 of those. And 4 of those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you got a ton of... Okay, I will come back to you later. Let's first go we're gonna first go talk to Morgan. See how she's doing. It's been a while since I've actually had her on the team.
What do you wish of me?
I would like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokiri Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then, while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be... overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Right. Very daring. Sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Nice. Oh my. That was some quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe 2 things about a woman. 1, that she is weak, and 2, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching? Like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
And yet, here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Oh, she approved of that. Okay.
Yes?
So, life in the wilds must have been lonely then.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
Wait, did they ever speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
Can't imagine Flemeth was pleased.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
You were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
I actually feel sorry for you.
Sorry? There is no need to feel sorry for me. What is there to be sorry for? To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Oh no, she disapproved. She disapproved! Oh gosh. Okay.
Yes?
I'm gonna see if there's anything else. I'd like to ask something.
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
I'm glad you think so.
And I am glad you are so glad. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were.
So not.
Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Oh gosh. Fun. You found it fun.
I found the game fun. I was too young to understand the truth behind what was happening. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed.
Yeah.
And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
There it is. So, Flemeth used you as bait.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Do you still think that was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy.
That's true.
There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
I do think there are things worse than death.
Oh? I would ask what exactly, but I'm certain that would be a lengthy conversation, and suddenly I grow very weary. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Yeah, she disapproves. That's fine. See if there's anything else
Yes?
she wants to talk about, or that I can talk to
If
her
you
about.
must.
So, is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
A powerful Maleficar?
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I've heard a little bit of it. Actually, no, let's do this. I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself. and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Yes, I've heard that part.
The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the Dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity.
Right.
In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
So he sold his wife to another man.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain.
But he lied.
But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led
There
off
it
to a
is.
field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Osen then.
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's
Interesting.
allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Interesting. So, which were the lies exactly? She never invaded, or she was never defeated?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Interesting. The legends tell of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters? I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one, and these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed, so should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Do you believe her version of the stories?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
Interesting. So, how exactly has Flemeth survived so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
That was an interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I,
I'm
but
sure she does.
you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died a long time ago.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Interesting. So she approved of that interaction. Okay. I will take it. I know, right? Yeah, so he's essentially an orphan who gets betrayed by his one brother, which that brother ended up killing his other brother and then framed him for it. And his father, I believe, has now died in sorrow. So, I mean, my character's backstory is actually pretty tragic. So, it seems like his mother's death is as tragic as it is, seems a little less tragic compared to the more recent events of, like, the rest of his family dying. So, I think he's only got one family member left alive, and that's his brother Balin, who is right now, who's the guy who framed him, and is now running the Dwarven Kingdoms. So, good times. Oh, no. I forgot. We need to go through and see exactly what I can swap out for. That is a tier 6 helmet. It is a medium helmet, and it is quite the step up. So we're going to take that one. Thank you. I can't wear those. Hey, Venom. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good night. How goes the trolling? Are you dying? Oh, man. What you been up to, man? I can't wear that. Can't use that. Not really an upgrade. No, it's heavy armor. Oh, by the way, did you find any other mics? Because as I said, I know there's a lot of us out there. Nice. You've been effing your life one day at a time. It happens. It happens. That isn't... it's kind of an improvement, but I mean, there's the added fatigue, which I don't really care for. Okay, so there's really nothing else I can upgrade for him there. What about weapon-wise? It's a crow dagger. Oh, what happened this time? What happened, Venom? Tell me. I am curious. I don't think there's anything else that's really better for me, so nothing there. Nothing there. Well, that's right, that needs to go into mage. What does he have? Oh, gold ring, that's right. We'll unequip that. Sorry about the sneeze. That was kind of a big one. Okay, let's see what else we can do. You ruined most of your friendships you cared about most? I'm sorry. That sucks. What happened? Like, what actually happened? Go through this. Let's see. That is almost identical. It does have more armor penetration and +2 attack. On longsword's better, but irritating that I can't grade it further. Winter's Breath. Oh, it's a staff. Ooh. I wonder if there's if I've got somebody that can actually use that. Okay. Really nothing else there I can upgrade. Go to the helm and whatnot. Seems to be using massive stuff. He's wearing massive gloves, but can't wear those. Can wear those. Decent upgrade. I'm just waiting to see if you... Yeah. I'm still waiting. Like, what happened, Venom? What happened? I'm curious. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But in which case, I am sorry that has happened to you. But, you know, unfortunately, sometimes shit happens. And best thing you can do is just try to repair them if you can. I don't know. That sucks. But if you do want to talk about it, you can go ahead and talk about it. Oh yeah, I already saw the heavy chainmail, the warden gloves. That I was actually kind of wanting him to use those. Already got better boots there. Massive armor, which again he can't use, which kind of sucks. One friend won't talk to me at all, and I've never tried to do anything but help. But I feel like I did something wrong. Yeah, that always sucks, right? It's just like you're trying to help, but like maybe they don't quite either they don't quite accept the help, or maybe they misinterpret that in some way. And you know, unfortunately, it's one of those things. That is certainly one of those things where there's really not much. Like you can't control other people's reactions to what you try and do. You just have to try and do your best. It sucks. It really does suck, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. I've had that a couple times myself, so very, very understandable, man. Sorry to hear it. Was I? That is not better. Can't wear that. Can't wear that. The only thing he can do is that massive armor, but like the +3 willpower and spell resistance and mental resistance is considerably better, so I don't know. Really nothing else, so have this guy wear it. What her? Is there something else that she can use? She's already got a longbow that's of this type. Turning point for everything was me just asking when they were planning on coming back to town. What happened? Like, were they just unresponsive, or did they just, you know, did they respond negatively, I should say? I feel like that would be a pretty straightforward thing. Like, hey, when are you coming back into town? Let's go hang out or something like that. I assume they didn't react well or positively to it. Which, that would kind of suck. So. Kind of suck. That would definitely suck. Oh, man. Holy crap. Oh, can't she use it? She can. What about Morgan cannot? Yeah. Fine. I give this to her. Pretty big upgrade for her. Morgan does have a belt, doesn't she? Does she have Creationist Core, Fire Resistance and Heal? Versus Spell Power. It's not particularly better. I asked what day, and they weren't sure, and they always put it off and make the plane ticket really expensive, so I was suggesting buying one early for cheap. But the upgraded ticket that can be changed and canceled out without a fee And she lost it on me. Really? Wow, that sucks, man. That really sucks. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. I don't know the full details or the full context of what happens, but that... Yeah, like maybe she's got something else going on and she's just irritated, or maybe something she misinterpreted about like you trying to ask and help, and she just got upset. I don't know. That's a rough one, man. That really sucks. Sorry to hear it, man. Yeah, that's horrible. It always sucks when friends decide to essentially have issues and not really tell you about it until essentially they lose it on you. So, yeah. Yeah, that really sucks, man. I'm sorry. Some stuff could have been leading up to it, but the turning point is weird to me. Yeah, that is weird to you, man. That's weird to me too. I mean, it's kind of an interesting spot to get, you know, upset about, you know. So yeah, that sucks, dude. Really. He can actually wear this stuff. Sorry, I'm also just trying to go through all the different. Oh my gosh, that stuff looks awesome on him. Okay, let's give him the full wardrobe. Warden Commander. Isn't there a Warden Helm? Oh, sure, there was a Warden Helm. Am I wrong? Interesting. So, like, is your friend just, like, not talking to you at all anymore? Or is it that, she just needs, you know, some space to just kind of calm down a little bit? I don't know if that'll help him or not, but at least it gets it out of my inventory. And he can't wear any of this stuff. Oh, and I forgot to check to see if there's any weapons that work for him, which, there it is. Yeah, that's a pretty decent upgrade. Pretty much only one message a day to keep them stupid streaks going, no conversation at all. Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, that's a tough place to be, man. Yeah. So what do you have? You've got a longsword and a crow dagger, but I got a much better crow dagger. Let's give that to you. Yo, he's at least upgraded damage-wise. Armor sucks, though. Oh, his armor's not bad. Okay. I think we've gone through everything for there. Yeah, that's always a rough situation. I've kind of been in similar situations as well, where like just friends won't talk to me. I don't know what happened. The only thing I can figure out is that it's their issue. And you just kind of have to let it play through. Maybe they'll calm down later on. You know, just sometimes you got to give them some space, right? Let them calm down and maybe try again later. Unfortunately, just is the situation that you just kind of have to go with. So.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. We'll set this as the party. Gosh, Stan, you're huge in that armor. Okay, so we're gonna save the game. Go back to the castle, and then go and just drop off all the armor that I'm not using. To be honest, it would be kind of nice to sell some of that stuff, but I don't know. There might be some worthwhile upgrades, so just drop everything off. Take it from there. That I'm keeping. That I'm keeping. That I'm keeping. I am curious if there's any light armor that I've got in here, but I don't think so. It's all like heavy and medium. Like gloves. Zevran. So we'll take those. Okay. Zevran. Nope, not what I was wanting. Thank you very much. Do that, and then put these back in. And there we go. Back to the world map, and then we get to go find the Dalish, wherever they... There we go. They are in the Brecilian outskirts. Yes, yeah, it has to be the Brecilian outskirts. Okay, there we go. Well, Venom, I hope that at least I can cheer you up today, if possible. If possible.
Stop right there, outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot.
Maybe not,
I suggest
but I
you
hope
go
so.
elsewhere, and quickly.
Actually, I've been looking for the Dalish.
I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours?
I am a Grey Warden, and I wish to speak to your leader.
A Grey Warden? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Many people about pretending to be Grey Wardens they do? These days, I don't know. Yeah. Many people going about pretending to be Grey Warden these days?
No, that's true. Perhaps I shall let the Keeper decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
I am Durin. A pleasure to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brecilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us.
Werewolves?
They ambushed us. And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood. bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
Trust me, I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brecilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
I can find this Withering Fang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brecilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
Right. I do have some questions for you.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
Okay. Well, how do I find this Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Okay. And tell me more about this curse the hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
Interesting. So, did all werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
Okay. So, if a werewolf bites me, then I will become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Sure. How do I know if I've been infected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit. And most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
Sure. And how did this curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Okay. I do want to ask about something else.
Go on then.
Never mind, I should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
I don't know why, but it feels like I've got a eyelash in my eye, and it's driving me a little crazy right now.
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news?
No, I was curious if you have some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Thank you. I should go then.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
It looks like we've got some side quests here as well.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Sorry. Old habits. Sorry, I'll leave it alone.
Masiranis.
Too frilly.
Master... Nope. Dalish Apprentice. Where's this master, whatever his name is? Isle of Sax. Interesting. Whoa.
What is that smell? Must we muck about in the animal pens now?
Yes. Woman, where's this quartermaster? You told me there's a quartermaster. It's whatever his damn name is. Hunter.
Andera Natishan, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
They've been a bit suspicious.
It is not our intention to insult a Grey Warden. We are simply wrapped up in the plight of our hunters. It is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
You do not seem very happy about that.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems.
Please, I would like to hear about it.
No. It is too strange to discuss something like that with you.
Come now. You'll hardly get any help unless you ask for it.
Exactly.
Very well. It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Dalish and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Dalish is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going out there could cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
If I could just know if Dalish is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I will seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Thank you. So then where was this? Elf nurse. Child, Cyril. What's the guy's name? Okay, we'll talk to this guy because he's a quest marker.
Hello?
Hello yourself. Who are you?
I'm Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
And why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
He does look so sad, doesn't he? Try me. I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these Baz such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long.
Poor Stan.
To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
He's got the hots for it. Nice redhead elf. Who's Gaina?
She's my heart's desire.
There it is.
I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless.
Well, in truth, you do sound a bit like a child, but...
I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
Can I ask you some questions?
I don't think there's anything I can tell you. My clanmates in the camp would be better at that.
Oh, you little shit.
Oh, what do you want now? I told you everything already.
There must be some way to solve your problem. Kill this guy, put him out of his misery. We might have to. I don't know. He's not exactly helping things.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What if I got a... No. That would not be... No, I'm not going to give him a pelt. Have you tried wooing Gaina?
Wooing? I don't understand.
You tried giving her a gift?
A gift? No, that wouldn't be appropriate. Not before we're married.
What type of gift are you thinking of giving her? Really? Okay. How about really showing your love?
I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her.
It's a stiff gift, that is true. Then why do you bother?
Because I love her. I really do. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Let me think of something else then.
Such as?
See, I hate doing this. What if I got a pelt for you?
No, I couldn't do that.
There we go.
I must
Okay,
kill the
he's
beast
got some
myself.
honor.
It is my rite of passage to become a full hunter.
This guy bums me out. Finish him. Yeah. Then why not go into the forest anyway?
But the keeper said, no, I just can't. What if I encountered a werewolf? I couldn't defeat one of those on my own.
Good point. Why not come with me then?
The keeper would know right away if I left camp. Masiranis for the offer, however. That's very kind of you.
Okay. Then perhaps I can talk to Gaina for you?
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
That depends. What's in it for me?
I could reward you. I have a book of our history written in the common tongue. The keeper wrote it and gave it to my father before he died. If nothing else, you could sell it. It must be worth something in the human lands.
Fine, I'll do it.
Siranas, oh ma Siranas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
It's probably not going to be successful, to be honest. Hey, have a good night, Venom. I hope things work out for you. And remember, just you know, sometimes when shit like that happens, you just gotta give it a break and, you know, give your friends some space and try and contact them again later on. So, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I appreciate that, Venom. Have a great night, and I hope your night gets better. Okay, let's talk to this girl.
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
You are Gaina, correct? Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
Oh, interesting. Oh, I could say that, but I don't think I'll say that. And he said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
It does matter. I am sorry, but I will not rest my future on the advice of an outsider, no matter how kind. Please, tell Kamen I am sorry.
That's fine. Okay. Quest updated. Kamen's Lament. You spoke to Gaina, but were unable to change her mind about Kamen. She thinks he is a child and refuses to consider him until he completes his hunt. Okay. Can I go talk to him?
So, have you spoken to Gaina?
She said that she could marry you.
Nor would I have expected differently. But thank you for trying. Until I complete my hunt and become a true hunter, it shall never be.
Fine, have it your way. Okay. I'm still curious. Ah, a Hearthkeeper. Goddess of the Hunt? Oh, okay, that's actually kind of cool. Hello, Varathorn.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
I was told you could supply me with equipment.
Yes, yes. The Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. There is a large chest by the Araville, where I put everything we could spare. Feel free to sort through it and take whatever you need.
Well, thank you. What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood.
Okay.
This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
And what if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some.
Nice.
It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
Okay. What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Provided. We'll see. I promise nothing.
And I did not ask for a promise. I only asked that you consider the task, should you come across the bark in the forest.
Alright. Well, I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Indeed. I'm hoping that he's got some sort of, staff that, Dalish long. Oh, that would actually be super cool. Damn it, but he doesn't have any maces or anything like that. And what are you? Dagger, one-handed, damage 6. Nah, that one's better. And he's got a longsword in the other. Requires 25 strength and deals 9 damage. Really, she can't equip these either. Who can equip this then? Sorry. Not Morgan, not Durin, but why? Why can't he wear these light helms? That's very interesting. So, gloves, boots, and armor. He can wear all of these. Okay. So I can buy these. The gloves, boots, and armor. That is for... what's his bucket? There's one more quest that I need to go talk to. For Zebrin. There we go. Gloves, boots, armor. Now he's at least got some better stuff on. And apparently he cannot wear... he cannot wear a helmet, but that's fine. Okay, but I don't need him to use a bow, so he's not really going to use the bow, and that's fine. Something tells me if I try to access any chest or crate, they're gonna... Okay, I'm gonna take him one there. Let's quickly talk to this lady. Hello?
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Well, who are you?
My name is Alora. I am the Master Herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
What exactly is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
They are not your mounts?
We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
Interesting. So why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Yep. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Let's examine Hala.
And? What do you think?
I truly cannot tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
And let's try to calm her.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
I'm sorry. I tried my best.
I know. It was kind of you to try.
If you'd like, I could kill her quickly if you wish.
No. That would not be right. When the time comes, then I will do it myself. It is my duty, as both Master Herder and as her friend. She shall take her last breath, knowing she was always safest in my care.
Fine. Good luck. I wonder if that automatically went to completed. Interesting. Who? Hold on. I don't have any no, that's herbalism. Damn it. I don't know if anybody in my party has a higher survival than her. I'm just curious to see if there's anything else of interest here. We got some death root. Okay, before I actually go into the wilderness. That's the Brecilian forest. Where is it back to the... Where's the map? I'm going to go back to the travels area, go into a... Hello? Ben Harrell. Interesting. Just curious if there's any other named characters. There's Sorrel here.
We greet you, child of the stone. I understand you are to venture into the haunted forest to save our brethren. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
The Keeper mentioned that.
Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly.
I must deal with the Blight. If I can help you, I will.
Nothing will help us now. Least of all, the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us.
It is even more difficult when you live amongst them, trust me.
Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Yes, I like that.
Come and join us then, all of you. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
You were invaded by humans.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us, a great crusade.
Not every human felt that way, I'm sure.
And which is worse? The actions of those who believed they were right, or the inaction of those who knew they were wrong? Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities.
You should have fought. You should have fought to the last of you. Better that than to submit.
Oh? Is it not the Kunari way to force others to submit? Surely that would not be your advice to my people, were they attacked by the mighty Kunari.
That would be different. The Kunari would improve your people. The humans have improved nothing.
Perhaps. Even so, many of us did
He
fight.
is quite arrogant.
We fought, and we lost. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh, and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
Then we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brecilian forest.
Thank you.
Do you wish to hear it?
Indeed I do. Tell me about the forest.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brecilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
Indeed. And?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond.
That's right.
The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
This Witherfang still exists today.
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the forest.
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
So, how many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again.
So, potentially a lot.
All the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Interesting. So, have the hunters become werewolves?
It is said that one or two have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
Well, that's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones.
Okay.
Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Indeed. Okay. I think we've spoken to everybody. I just wanted to travel back to the world. Or back to the camp, I should say.
Your mother is supposedly the one called Flemeth, the very witch from legend. Is that not true?
We're gonna go to the camp just because I want to see if there's another character that has a higher survival skill than what Morgan does. Which is this line right... No, sorry. This line right here. So, Alistair only is level 1. Leona doesn't have any. Wynn doesn't have any. Morgan only has 1. Sten doesn't have any. And then to Zephyrin. Okay. Nope. So... tough shit, I suppose. So again, Morgan,
Indeed.
Sten,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Zephyrin. And then we go back to the... go to the Dalish camp. Okay, or not. We'll go to those outskirts.
I understand that there are elves in the Kunari lands, then.
There are elves everywhere.
Yes. Well, I've heard that the Kunari actually put the elves in charge over the humans. Is that true?
Some of them.
Only some? Which ones are they?
The ones who belong in charge. That is the way of the Kyun.
How does this Kyun determine...
Man, Sten is just such a locked vault of information. He clearly has the information. He's just...
This is like my home in Saharon. The fiends here are only monsters.
But he's just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Nah. No thanks. Okay, let me save the game quickly. Looks like we're gonna have a fight coming up, and I would prefer not to die. We have some blighted wolves. And an actual werewolf. 3 of them. Okay, I'm gonna use overpower on this guy. Oh, Sten is nearly down. Sten, could you heal up for a second? That'd be great. That'd be real great. In fact, you know what? Cancel that. I'm gonna have no. Don't use that one. Don't use that one. Use this one, please.
Saving the day.
Go back to me. We're gonna use the shield bash, knock his ass over.
Blood all over me again.
There we go.
Here I am.
Not who I wanted to talk to. Never mind. Blight wolf with the wolf pelts. Werewolf. Got a bunch of gold, which I will gladly take. And there we go. Get the elf root. Go to the map. And some death root. And this is where we... No, it's not. I take it back. This is not where we fought scaled armor. That's why I generally don't buy a lot of armor, because you find the stuff all over the place. Let's go to the inventory. Scaled armor. Let's see what it's just medium armor. Tier 5. And I've got dwarven armor. I'd rather just keep the dwarven armor, so we shall do that. That's where the fighting was. Okay. Can I go over this tree? No, I cannot. And an autosave, of all things.
Speak.
Swift Runner. Whoa, whoa, this is a guy I can talk to? What? Hello?
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters.
Whoa.
The Dalish sent the dwarf of all things to put us in our place.
Rude.
They sent a dwarf to make us pay for our attack.
Right. And who are you supposed to be?
You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
I would prefer to talk to you. I mean you no harm.
No, there shall be no talk. You invade our forest, and you insult us with your talk. Come, brothers and sisters! Swift Runner calls you to battle! Drive this invader from our midst!
Well, shite.
Skeletons, the prize.
Right, so I'm gonna hit you with that. Morgan, I don't know what spells you have. Let's see what you got. Mind Blast. Telekinetic Force. It stuns enemies caught in the sphere. Yes.
What?
You. I want you to do... there was one, not Sunder Arms. Pommel Strike. I think just one.
Let's go.
And you. I don't know what to do with you, so I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm just gonna let you go ahead and decide what you think is best.
Now you die. That should not have taken as long as it did.
The forest has eyes of its own, and it shall deal with you. You have been warned.
Well, that was interesting. He stopped mid-fight. Like, I didn't... That is weird. Okay. Okay. Fascinating turn of events. I mean, I will take... Ah, would you look at this? Andraste's Grace. Very nice. Hello, there's a Templar here. With chainmail boots. Are chainmail boots? No, chainmail boots is medium armor. That's right, that's right. And he needs light armor, but with that said, yeah, I've already been here. With that said, yeah. Beasts. The hell? Where'd this bear come from?
An order.
Yes.
I see.
Point me. Where do I go?
There we go. Rest in peace, bear. Rest in peace. Also, it would be nice to actually have my piercing strike on, because at the very least it does some extra damage. And then let me just save this right here, because again, I don't want to have to go through that initial fight. The werewolves again.
Yes.
Use that. Speak. Sten, focus on that guy as well. I'm gonna have you use Pommel Strike. I'll hit that guy with Shield Bash, and then Zephyrin, again, you just do your own shit.
This game.
Ever use Drain Life on the one that I'm working on? Okay, Sten, you're hit pretty hard. Let's try and get you... No. We're gonna do... that one.
Your order.
And I'm going to do that one as well.
Yes. Go.
Damn it, stand us down.
Oh, look.
Oh, there's a third. There is a third.
That won't stop me. I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
I love this game.
And he's down.
More careful in the future.
Some werewolf pelts. Spirit shards. More werewolf pelts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go to Sten. And we're gonna go ahead and give him a lesser
Ask
wounded
another.
And another dead Templar. Oh, you.
Who comes?
You're badly wounded. What happened to you?
We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
I'm going, we're gonna examine him. His wounds are deep, and some are still bleeding heavily, the result of an attack by a creature with large claws. He doesn't appear to have any bite marks. No, we're gonna take the hunter back to the Dalish camp.
And Darren Atishan, Grey Warden.
Hello.
Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live. Ma Syranas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
Okay. Wounded in the forest. Help the wounded hunter. You found... Oh, it's just literally just you found him, and that started the quest, and then that ended the quest by helping him. Oakley dokley, then. Let's see if another bear pops up here. Nope, no new bears. That's good. I'm actually surprised he wasn't attacked. Because I don't think he was attacked by werewolves, right? It didn't show any... It said it didn't see any bite marks. Which would imply that he was not killed or attacked by werewolves. He was instead probably attacked by a bear or something else.
Grey Warden, Darkspawn. Darkspawn, Grey Warden.
Oh shit, we got an ogre. One at a time, I suppose. We're gonna hit him with overpower. Use... Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You get off me. Right now. Thank you. It's that guy. Overpower on this guy. I should probably heal up.
Time for that.
Sweet. Killed an ogre, man, like it was nothing. Which is kind of crazy, considering that, like, they're the first boss fight in the game. Right, one of the first major boss fights in the game is one of these guys, and we took him out pretty handily, if you will. As for Sten... Oh gosh, not what I was wanting. Go back to Sten. Silver cord. What does this do? Spirit resistance, spell resistance. What does he have currently? Constitution. And that's kind of good. Do that one instead. Does what's his name? He does not. We're gonna give him the silver cord then. Okay. And I could not cross those stones because reasons. Which is fine. Dead Darkspawn? Or just a dead adventurer, I don't know. And would you look at this? A mystical... What? Mystical side of power. Which I don't know what that did. Okay. Gravestone. You see a tombstone before you. It gives you an uneasy feeling. Leave the tombstone alone. Okay. Didn't know if there was anything else I could do. Rubble. An ox bone. And a painted skyball. Okay. The ox bone might be a gift for the dog. The party. But he's right now not with us, so that is fine. Oh gosh! Son of a bitch! You scared the shit out of me and then just trapped me like a... Fine, whatever. Yeah, if you could hit him with something, that'd be great. I don't care what, just hit him with something.
Very well.
What?
Fine, no?
You just do your thing, man. Nice, good freeze, good freeze. Would you do something, please? Thank you. That thing was terrifying.
Yes.
And we have some iron bark. Huzzah. And that leads out, which I don't really feel like going out quite yet. Also, I should probably save, shouldn't I? I'm not saved in a bit. We have some werewolves up ahead. Okay, if you could actually hit the main werewolf with this frost thing. Cast envelops the target in frost, yes.
So be it.
Go. So be it.
This won't take long.
And I'm on.
Yes, I'm so glad somebody on our team has that. Okay. Hell yeah. Oh, he had an injury kit. Hell yeah. Take an injury kit. Save again. Southeast forest, which again, I don't know which directions I'm really supposed to go. I'm just kind of exploring right now. Oh, we got an autosave. Big fight coming up?
What?
Potentially? Yep, big fight. Kind of a big fight. You... Get me out, get me out, get me out.
And I'm on.
Get up, get up.
Yes.
Get up! What is your problem? There we go. half-breed bastard. And I think there's another one coming up. So, worth saving. Although it would be nice if I were to myself finish healing, but that's okay. There we go. Yep. Morgan, hit him with the frost thing, please.
You cannot win.
Direct me.
How does he get two of us? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let everybody heal, particularly Zevran, because he got his ass handed to him. Health is low. There we go. Save again.
Now let's see. Which one first?
No, I don't. Was not wanting to fight you. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. There we go.
I hope someone was keeping score.
Okay, now let's save. Alright. Hello.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Can't you see me? I am a dwarf.
Ah, a child of the deeper stone.
Indeed.
I should have heard it in thy tone. The woods have never been thy home. 'Tis far beneath the earth you roam. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. One can only imagine
Indeed.
what manner of spirit is involved here.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
Huh. What is this boon you mentioned?
I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn.
An acorn?
All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without.
Very well. I will help you.
Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
Indeed. Campsite appears remarkably intact. The tents, bedrolls covered with leaves that are dry and whole. The fire pits smokes and possesses embers enough to build into a small flame. There are no signs of any inhabitants.
How odd. A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets. Rather inviting, would you not say?
More suspicious than inviting. You get no hint of danger, though it strikes you as odd that the camp is abandoned. Perhaps searching the camp will give more clues as to its nature. Right? You look inside the tent and are surprised by how dry and cozy it feels. It's clean, but empty. What a pleasant place to rest your head.
The elven hunters didn't make this camp.
Nope.
Yet I don't feel very bloody concerned about that. I just want a nap, of all things. Go figure.
Nope, we can't sleep here. We need to go. Takes all your strength to step back from the tent. A wave of wariness washes through you despite your efforts to resist it. Examine the fire pit. It has been unattended for several hours at most. The embers draw you in, almost hypnotizing you.
There is something odd here. The way the fire draws the eye.
Stay alert. No, stop. We need to get away from this now. Flames emit a sudden warmth, draining your strength even more. You turn away, the chill seeping back into your bones. You're exhausted. Hey, we leave. We leave. We get out of here now. That's a trap. As you turn to leave, you find your steps growing leaden, and fatigue and tugs you back at your limbs. It's been a long journey. Perhaps it is safe to rest here.
You know, if it's all the same to you, why don't we sit down for a while? Strange as it sounds, I'd rather camp here before going back out into the forest.
Oh gosh. I feel like none of these are particularly good. Let's not fight it. Let's turn around and see what happens. Unable to resist the strange siren call, you struggle. Sorry, you trudge back to the tents quietly and collapse and drift in a blissful sleep. And a greater shade, and oh my gosh, we're all dead. What? Okay, we're gonna hit it with freeze.
I see. So be it. I see. As you wish. Too easy. Oh, is this too much? No mercy.
That does 43 damage. We'll hit it with another arcane bolt. 23, and then lightning's not quite back yet. $60, arcane, 33, use drain life.
It's your time to die.
Keep hitting it. Now. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
I see.
What? Well, that was obnoxious. That was extremely obnoxious. And I think we have to talk to the tree again. Hello.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Can't you see me? I'm a dwarf.
Ah, a child of the... Allow me...
It rhymes?
Just kind of
It is a
skip through
rhyming
everything.
tree.
We already saw this.
One can only imagine what manners.
And unless thou thinkst it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
Right, so what is this boon you mentioned?
I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn,
someone took his acorn.
Thief did come and steal an acorn.
Right? And I take it you want it back. No, we'll do this. An acorn.
All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out. Yet I shall die if left without.
Thank you guys so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Robbie Fowl. Thank you so much for the raid. Really do appreciate it. Let me give you a quick shout out. That is actually pretty wrong keyboard. Sorry. Robbie, am I saying this right? Robbie Fowl. Thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. What were you streaming? What were you doing, man? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday evening. What you up to? Hello, Pan Phoenix. What the hell is that? That is a giant, I dare say, enchanted tree. I don't know if it's a enchanted tree or if it is, in fact, a demon tree. We'll find out. As for right now, he's not attacking me, so I don't mind talking with him. But yeah. This is Dragon Age Origins, by the way. So my name is Green Leader. I play a whole bunch of different games. Anything from shooters, and thank you so much for the follow. But anything from shooters to RPGs to strategy games, I play it all. Just kind of whatever I'm interested in. So we're right now playing through Dragon Age Origins. It's a fantastic game. It is old. It is from 2009. But it's something that I've never properly beaten, and we're playing it through. So, yeah. And by the way, thank you guys so much for the follows. Really do appreciate it. Robbie Fowl, and am I saying that correctly? Is it Fowl? Fall? I don't know. And Pan Phoenix, thank you as well for the follows. Welcome to the Green Squadron to both of you. It sounds like fall, like the sea. Okay, Robbie Fall. Thank you. I appreciate that. Spooky tree, no, yes. No, absolutely. I think it is, in fact, a demon-possessed tree. But it's a very old one, so he's not quite attacking me. He's blind, and he's apparently wants his acorn, so. I was streaming Dragon Age Origins myself. Ooh, nice. How far are you in the game? So I figured I'd come and make a new friend. Hell yeah. No, I have never beaten it. I've never beaten it. I have played it before, right? I played it when it first came out back in 2009. Back in those days, I generally did not beat RPGs. I love them. I played the hell out of them. But for whatever reason, I would always get either stuck on a hard boss fight or stuck in a situation where I felt like I couldn't really get out of. So I would generally put them aside and play something else and decide to come back later, which I generally never did. So, and as much as I liked Dragon Age Origins, that was, I believe, in fact, no, that's not exactly what happened with Dragon Age. That's normally what happened. Like, that's what happened with Final Fantasy X. That's what happened with Final Fantasy VII, in fact. Happened with Oblivion, happened with a bunch of different games. But this one was actually interesting because I got to the point where I'd finished Red Cliff, and then I remember just getting sidetracked by something else. And I never came back to it. And so now, finally, 2023, you know, over a decade later, I'm playing it, so. Not all demons and spirits are bad, you know. This is true. That is actually, in fact, true. So, and so far, he has not attacked me. Now, it doesn't help that I just died because there was a very nice, inviting campsite, which then somehow killed me and two other of my companions. Only Morgan was somehow left alive, and I lost that fight because I played it badly. So, Alrighty, I am busy tomorrow, so I must honk, shoo, but good luck with the old demon magic tree and this acorn. Hey, no worries, Pan Phoenix. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the follow. Have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you around again. I hear you. In a lot of ways, I'm still like that. Always getting distracted. Streaming has helped me with that a lot, actually. Same thing here. That's a big part of the reason why I'm actually getting back into it. So, like, I put out a poll of, like, a whole bunch of different games, and Dragon Age was the one that had the most response from. So, like, with Skyrim, I never beat Skyrim until I streamed it. I never beat, gosh, Knights of the Old Republic until I actually streamed it. So, I mean, there's been a bunch of games like that. So, that's the one nice thing I really do appreciate about streaming. Have a great night, Pan. Really do appreciate you stopping by. And thank you so much for the follow. Okay. He wants his acorn. So I will say very well. I will. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. My character is a dwarf nobility, and for whatever reason, I decided to give him an Irish accent. So I will be doing an Irish accent. It is very bad, and I apologize ahead of time. Just giving you that warning right there. So there you go. Very well, I will help you.
Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
Alright. So I had done this, and then like a fool, I crossed this bridge, saw the campsite, got ensnared in a trap, and died, and then came back to the save. And thankfully, it's not too far back, but I had to go through that.
Now let's see.
What?
Which one
Who?
first?
Where? You son of a bitch. Morgan, if you wouldn't mind just hitting him with that thing, and then we can move on from there.
Fun, no?
It is. It is lovely, right? Actually, don't. He's got both me and Stan. I just have to. Zev, if you would just mind doing just something, just do something, anything. I don't really care what you do. There we go. And there's two of them. Oh shit. Oh, could you guys stop with that?
An order.
Attack that bitch. Just
speak. Yes. Saving the day.
First of all, Zev, could you heal? That'd be real nice.
Where do I go?
And then as for me, this fight is not going well. Well, I have to hop off for a bit myself, but I'll be lurking, and I hope to come by and catch another stream sometime when I'm not so tired after one of my own. Trust me, I understand. I really do appreciate the raid, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the follow. Let me give you another quick shout out because, you know, always happy to shout out people who have decided to send the raid. Go check out Robbie Fall. He's also playing some Dragon Age Origins. So I forgot to ask before you go, how far are you through the game? Did you just start, or what's going on there? So if you gotta go, that's fine. I understand. Have a great night and enjoy the lurk. Oh, shit. Sten, heal yourself, please, with one of those. I really wish Win was with me. Oh, thanks, that means a lot, and no worries at all. Always love spreading the love around to other streamers. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Now, please heal yourself, Durin. Gosh, thank you. Okay, that guy's down. They're both down. Oh my gosh, that was a dumb fight. It was a little too close for comfort, really. Okay, now that everybody's healed, let me go ahead and save. I should have actually done Warcry. That would have possibly done some real damage. What is this? Landmark tree. Can't otherwise unremarkable at this time, which means there's probably a quest for me to get landmarks, and I'm missing out because I don't have it yet. Fantastical. I'm not very far. Just got through the Ostagar, and I am in Lothering. I've beaten the game before, though, but I'm playing through it again years later to share with my community. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that Ostagar scene was. I've played that back in 2009 and again tonight. Very powerful scene. That whole sequence is awesome. Oh, hello. Okay, so have I unlocked the entirety of the map? Looks like I have indeed. There's an ancient tomb. That's to the northeast. That is south to the east. South exit to east. North exit to east. Okay. It's pretty epic for sure. It is. It absolutely is. Okay, let me just go ahead and drop a save here, just in case I get straight into a ridiculous fight that gets me killed. Pick up the elf root. And that's going to be a fight right there. That's one of those trees. Hello.
Let's finish this.
Yes, indeed. I would like you to immediately hit him with the frost thing. Anyways, so wonderful to meet you, new friend. You seem like a cool person. Can't wait to check out more of your content soon. I hope the rest of your stream goes spectacularly. Thank you so much. It was very nice meeting you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Enjoy the lurk, and if you got a call there, I understand. I do it as well. I raid people and go straight to bed because, you know, I also have work in the morning, so. But thank you so much, man. Have a great night, Robbie, and hopefully I can catch your stream around sometime. So, yeah, man. See you around.
Slay them all.
Oh, wow. He's coming in hard on that. Oh, gosh. Get up. Get up, please. Please. Get up. Thank you. Good freeze, Morgan. Very good freeze. And there is that. Very nice. Okay. We're just gonna work our way through here. Say, because I see the red dots of aggro people up ahead. One up here. That's Danila. Okay. Well, that looks ominous. We're not gonna go that way yet. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up this way towards the quest. Indeed. Grab a werewolf. What are you guys doing all the way? Oh my gosh, teammates. Teammates, why? Okay. And I'm dead. Oh my gosh. They just destroyed me. There are two yellow werewolves, one regular. Let's do Arcane Bolt on you. Can't do lightning, but I can do...
Let us end this!
Do Arcane Strike on this guy. There we go. Shit, all three are down. That is... We're not in good a stand. We're not in good shape, guys. We are not in good shape. Oh gosh. Let's run away. Shite. That is the one thing about this game, man. Just the way the way combat can get away from you, and you just end up screwing yourself over is kind of ridiculous sometimes. Okay. They're staying there. I'm gonna try and trigger them, bring them out. Fight them out towards the team.
Face me.
Direct me.
Morgan, I want you to hit them with that. And I want you to hit him with Pommel Strike. You just do your thing, and then I will come in and hit him with Shield Pommel. Let's go. There we go. One is already down. Let's see if we can't use Overpower on this guy. Morgan, if you've got... You don't have the Frost one yet. What does this do? Cone of Cold. Caster's hands erupt with a cone of frost, freezing targets solid unless they pass a physical check. Let's try it. Yes! It got both of them. He's still trying to do his thing. It's fine. If you wouldn't... Am I frozen as well? I am frozen as well. The friendly fire. The friendly fire on that's kind of ridiculous. Protect Morgan at all costs. There. Okay, we move up. See if we can't kite these guys out a little bit more. Hey, buds. How y'all doing?
Sammy! Tis a good day. As you wish.
And the fighting is somehow over. Okay. Interesting. 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 Silver ring, werewolf pelt, injury kit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No one went down, so nobody's got injuries. Very nice. You take it from there. Gee, I wonder who that might be. Danila.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be.
I know. What happened to you?
I am cursed.
Oh, you can tell.
This creature. The curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to. You are one of the dwarven folk.
I
am. Was once an elf. One of the Dalish until my change. Do you know of my clan?
Your keeper, Zatharin, is the one who sent me here.
The keeper sent you? Then you seek Witherfang.
I do. Have you seen him?
I have, but it is not what you think. But there is no time to explain. You must listen. My name is Dalilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message.
There is death in her eyes. It will not be long now.
The scarf I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead, and with the gods, I beg you.
I spoke with Athras. He worries about you.
I want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Please do not let him suffer thinking of me. Oh! Oh, the pain! The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly.
There must be some way to heal you.
Magic will not work against the curse. Ah, you must end it.
Very well. I will end your pain.
Gods, bless you.
Interesting fight. Interesting story. Sadly, I don't... She says something's not quite as it seems when it comes to the, White Fang, so... Or Withering Fang. Hello? I'm wanting to stab you, I just wanted to... Where does this go? To the northwest forest? Nope. Not leaving this area yet. I haven't fully explored it. So did I get this? So then, hold on. The quest updated. She said give him... Got that. That. Lost the curse. I'll give her scarf to her husband. She wanted you to bring her the scarf to her husband, and then she forced you to kill her to end her suffering. Can I save? You know, I'm just going to put down an extra save just for safety's sake. And then we shall go from there.
Wait. We are back at the beginning of the path. The forest, it seems, does not wish us to reach wherever the path leads. How protective.
Right? Thankfully, we didn't actually go very far. We went straight back to where we were before, which is ultimately fine. And we've got some trees coming up.
Beware.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, up. Guys, back up. And then, Morgan, I want you to hit it straight away with that frost.
Slay them all.
Let's finish this.
And you, I just need you to attack. Didn't freeze it. Did not freeze it, but that's fine. It weakened it. Morgan, if you could not be right next to it, that would be real great. There we go. One tree is down. Let the health generate. And then we'll go trigger the other trees. There are several.
Oh, look. More fun to be had.
There we go. Back up a bit, back up a bit, back up a bit. We don't want to trigger it.
An order.
Indeed, I have an order. I need you to stay back. Now, I want you to hit it with Mind Blast.
Yes? As you wish. Your order. This won't take long. Yes. Take that.
tree down. I understand I can't actually collect anything from these trees, but that's fine. There's a skelly over here. Mithril's Blessing. Okay, interesting. Let me trigger this tree. Morgan. Hit that with the freeze blast, please. Thank you. And then follow that up with an arcane blast.
I shall do it.
Oh, that was good. Nice. Okay. Let's drop another save for safety's sake. And then go ahead and explore up here. We got bears. Fights. Love that. Hey, Animal, how are you doing? Animal cruelty. Hey, man, I'm being attacked by bears. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm being attacked by bears. Defending myself, Emerald. How's your night or day going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Oh, you're an ogre. 2 of them. That's nice. Morgan. I need you to hit this thing. No. With Frost, please. And then...
Yes. What?
As you like.
Go.
Here we go. Where? Why do you do this to me? Get your ass up. Osten, I really don't need you to die right now. Have one of those. Zab is down. Get up. Get up. Thank you. I need hit it with life drain. Already has. Okay, fine. We'll do that. And for him, we're gonna do that. Yes.
That's finished.
Orders. That fight was worse than I thought. Ah, but we got another extra health potion there. Demon poison. Some rubble stuff. We can go ahead and save here. Oh, hold on. Am I healed? Yes, I am healed. Give them food, pet them, scratch their bellies. I would love to. That would actually be pretty cool, but unfortunately not options. It's 10:20 a.m. here. I am working. Nice, dude. Well, I'm hoping you're having a fine day at work. Okay, we have saved. There's certainly some interesting situations here. Take a look at the gravestone. The air is seemingly unnaturally cold around this ancient tombstone. Runes of warding are carved into the surface.
No, we're gonna leave the tombstone alone. If we remove the wards, I'm concerned that's going to do some horrible things, so we're not gonna do that. We're not playing that game. Another campfire. Let me save right here, because I feel like this is going to be another one of those traps. Oh, man. And unfortunately, as much as I would love to continue, it is, in fact, 12:21 a.m. for me, and I do have work in the morning that I need to get up early for. Stayed on a little bit longer because of the raid, and I really do appreciate that raid, Robbie Fall. Very nice of you to do that. Let me go ahead and just back out to the main menu so we've got some music on. But we've got that save right there. Double check. Yep. There we go. But yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. It's been a fun night. We were able to get started on the Dalish elf quest to try and get them to join our crusade against the Blight. And we are still working our way through it. Those werewolves are kind of rough. But we're working our way through it. I think we'll be able to get it done tomorrow night. Maybe. And let's be honest, if not tomorrow night, it'll be sometime not next week actually. But that's another story. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys all hanging out. A big thanks to everybody that's been here in the chats. The Nunu, Venom 2023, Robbie Fall, Pan Phoenix, Emerald Fork. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Also, big thanks to Pan Phoenix and Robbie Fall for the follows. Welcome to the Green Squadron. Really appreciate you guys being here. And also, a big thanks to Robbie Fall for the raid. He raided earlier with 10 viewers. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. And I'm going to give him another shout out. Robbie Fall. He's also playing some Dragon Age Origins. He's playing through it again. He just actually started it, so if you want to see a different potential start for it, his stream would be a good place to go check out. So yeah, go check him out. Yeah, if you guys have enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that follow button. If you guys would like to see when I go live, Twitter, Discord, and the Gilded are the 3 best places for it. Here are the socials for it. I'll always announce in these 3 places whenever I go live. And on the Discord and the Gilded, there's a schedule for what I'll be playing and when I'll be playing it. The Discord is updated weekly. The Gilded is updated monthly because they have a very nice calendar feature, which I think works a hell of a lot better when you're trying to make a proper schedule. So I've got the rest of the month scheduled out. I'll be back again tomorrow night playing some more Dragon Age Origins. My normal streams are Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I generally take off to either hang out with friends or work on some other projects. So yeah. But you can check out those schedules there in the Discord and the Gilded. Next week, I'll be swapping out from Dragon Age Origins to play some Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And then after that week, we'll get back into Dragon Age Origins. So that's the next couple of weeks. Plan for the next couple of weeks, I'd say. So. Anyway, guys, I really do appreciate it. Also, I don't know if I've got the command for the YouTube. I do. I've also been putting up the VODs on the YouTube channel. I'm essentially treating it as a place to store the VODs. So if you miss out on any of these streams, you can go check it out there on my YouTube channel. It's really is just literally a storage place for it, for the VODs. But I do try and at least in the description mark out the timestamps for the different areas of the game or different sections of the game, so you can at least skip around within each VOD to different portions of the stream. So yeah, there you go. So on that note, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to see if there's anybody to raid. So let me just quickly go check out on Twitch. Particularly if anybody here knows of anybody else playing some Dragon Age Origins, let me know. If not, I do have somebody who is playing another RPG that we might go check out. Let me just see. anybody else is really playing Dragon Age Origin. There are a couple people. There are a couple people. There we go. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody that I recognize, which there's not. You know, I think I'm gonna send you guys over to my buddy Kennel. He's a friend of the stream, and he is playing not Dragon Age Origins, but he is playing another RPG. It is Final Fantasy IX. It looks like he may have just started it. So I'm gonna send you guys over there. Go give him some love. He's a great streamer, all-around nice guy, and certainly somebody worth checking out. So I'm just gonna set up this raid quickly. There we go. Cool. Please go through. Please go there. Give him some love, even if you can't stay very long. Just go and say hi. Do what you need to do, and potentially lurk for the rest of the time, or maybe call it there. But really do appreciate everybody being here for the night, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow when I'll be continuing on with some Dragon Age Origins. I'll see you guys around. But until then, oh no, wrong screen. Sorry. I swear I know how to stream. Appreciate you guys all being there. I'll be back tomorrow, but until then, this is Green Leader signing out.